Hello po, welcome po sa aking YouTube channel. Ito po ang Sir Francis TV. Kung bago pa lang po kayo sa aking channel, huwag pong kalimutan na mag-subscribe at i-share po ang video pong ito. I-click nyo lamang po yung subscribe button dyan sa ibaba at yung notification bell para maging updated kayo sa mga susunod na video. Hello po, ngayon nga po ipapakita ko sa inyo yung panibagong guidelines about po sa RPMS 2020-2021. Ito po ay nilabas ng DepEd noong January 11, 2021. Ito pong guidelines na ito ay para po sa implementation ng RPMS natin ngayong school year. So kung wala pa po kayong updated na guidelines, kung hindi nyo man po ito makumpleto or mabasa, meron po akong link sa baba na available ang lahat ng materials sa RPMS. Kasama na rin po dyan yung ito pong tools, classroom observation tools, self-assessment, COT forms, and lahat po yan nandyan po sa RPMS PPST 2021 or 2020-2021. Click nyo na lang po yung link dyan po sa description below para po makuha nyo po yung mga available materials sa RPMS. Ito po ngayon yung bagong cycle ng RPMS. Ito po ay may 4 na phase, from phase 1 to phase 4. Kung titingnan po natin, ito yung mga nakapaloob dyan, magsimula sa performance planning, sunod po is monitoring, performance review and evaluation, at ang panghuli is performance rewarding and development planning. So meron po, lagi po dyan yung planning, kagaya po ng ginawa natin last year about po professional development. So yan po ang magiging cycle. And ito po yung table ng bawat phase ng RPMS cycle. So dito po sa phase 1, makikita po natin dito yung phase 1, yung task, yung capacity building activities or tools during COVID-19, self-assessment. So persons responsible, nandyan po yung ating pong school head and the raters and the ratees. Ang schedule po ngayon pong January 2021. So kailangan magkaroon na po ng planning ngayong January about po dito sa RPMS. And phase 2 po, monitoring and coaching and major review. So ang involved po dyan yung school head and the ratees. Ngayon po, gagawin po yan is simula January 2021 up to June 2021. At yung major review is gagawin po is March 2021. Ito po yung makikita natin kung titingnan ng school head kung ano na ba yung kalagayan ng iyong RPMS. Kung may nailagay ka na ba para hindi ka po mahirapan sa year-end or school year-end. And phase 3, year-end review. So, performance review and evaluation. So, magre-review na. Ang involved dyan yung raters, ratees, and approving authorities. And ang schedule niyan, a week after the scheduled graduations. Pagkatapos daw ng graduation or nung tapos nung school year, week after that, kailangan ma-review na po yung ating RPMS. And phase 4, ways of forward development, IPCRF data collection. So, magkakaroon na po ng performance rewarding and development planning. So, ang involved pa rin is yung ratees and the school head. A week after the graduation, and data collection is a month after the schedule of graduation. So, yan po ang magiging cycle at schedule ng ating pong RPMS this school year. Notes: all presented means of verification or MOBs shall be obtained from January 2021 to March 2021 for RPMS objectives 1, 5, and 7. So may nakalagay po dito mga notes. Lahat pong nakalagay po sa aking video ay nandyan po sa guidelines. Ulitin ko po, kung wala pa po kayong guidelines, download nyo na lang po, click nyo po yung description sa baba. So, nakalagay po ito lahat dyan. And for objectives 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 12, up to 12, gagawin po yan is simula po October 2020 up to March 2021. So, may mga nailagay na po kayo dyan or meron na kayong iba niyan, kailangan nyo lang pong hanapin. And all MOBs shall be obtained from January to May 2021 for the objectives 1, 5, and 7. And yung iba naman, yan po. So, nandyan po yan sa ating guidelines. Ngayon naman po, tingnan natin yung mga classroom observable objectives. Ito mga classroom observable objectives natin. Ito po. And there are 7 classroom observable objectives for both proficient and highly proficient. So, ito pong proficient, alam na natin ito yung teacher 1 to 3 and highly, ang ating pong master teacher 1 to 4. And objectives 1 and 5 and 7, so kailangan po ng classroom observation, only 2 observation are required for the entire school year. Dalawang observation lamang. Ito po, dalawang observation. And guidelines and protocols for artillery classroom observation are defined in this document. So doon po sa guidelines, nandyan po yung mga ating pong protocols. And objectives 2, 3, and 4 are require supplementary material as MOB, while 6, evidence that show feedback to the learners. Ito po, objective 6, kailangan may feedback to the learners. And only 2 MOB that show evidence, dalawang MOB lamang po ang kailangan. So, yan po ang observable or classroom observable objectives. Ulitin ko po, lahat po ng guidelines, kung may tanong kayo, basahin nyo po yung guidelines. Kung may kulang man po akong hindi po nailagay dito sa video ito. Non-classroom observable objectives naman po is, there are 4 observable sa proficient and highly proficient. Ito po yung objective 8 and 9 to 11. And yung plus factor natin na sa objective 12. So, non-classroom observable objectives po yan. Ano naman yung mga MOBs ng ating pong RPMS? So, sa objective 1 to 12, meron na po nakalagay dito na mga means of verification. So, sa objective 1, ito lang po yung kailangan natin, classroom observation tool, agreement form. So, nakalagay yan po, or rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form. Ito po yung kailangan natin sa objective 1. And yung objective 2 natin, na ensured ICT to facilitate teaching learning process. And objective 4, ito po yung kailangan natin, supplementary materials, print, digital, or digital format. So, nandyan po yung activity sheets. So, ito po yung ginagawa sa mga printed modular and lesson plan. Ito pong ito po yung ginagamit natin, WHLP. Then, video lessons kung meron po kayong pinapadala sa mga estudyante ninyo, at audio lessons kung meron man po, and other learning materials in print and digital format. So, yan po ang kailangan dito po sa objective 2 to 4. So, kung meron na po kayo niyan, kompletuhin nyo na lang and i-confile ninyo para po maging madali ang inyo pong paggawa ng ating RPMS. Sa objective 5 naman, ito lang po yung kailangan, COT, rating and inter-observer agreement form. So bago kasi magkakaroon ng COT, meron pong agreement form na ginagawa. Then bago tayo magkakaroon ng classroom observation. So yan po ang sa Objective 5. So iyan lang po ang kailangan, yung COT rating sheet. Sa Objective 6 naman, ito po dalawa dyan na, and sa Objective 6 naman, ito po ang kailangan. So providing timely, accurate, constructive feedback to improve learner performance. So kailangan may evidence that highlights providing an accurate and constructive feedback, so to improve. So pwede natin gamitin yung activity sheet, so performance task, portfolio, quiz, and self-learning module. So kailangan may feedback po sa ating pong performance ng mga bata. So yan po yung mga kailangan. So maganda po itong guidelines na ito kasi nakalagay na po yung mga kailangan natin. And sa Objective 7 naman, COT rating. So ganun din po, kailangan din may COT yan. Sa 8 naman, ito din po yung mga kailangan. Set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that align with learning competency. Kailangan lang ng isang lesson dito po sa weekly home learning plan. And lectures and discussion, nakalagay po ito dito. Ito po yung nakapaloob sa ating weekly home learning plan. Ito pong lecture, discussion, activity, performance, and the rubrics. So yan po ang ating mga kailangan ng MOBs. Sa Objective 9 naman, ito po yung kailangan natin. So meron tayong proof of participation in any activity to improve access of education, yung distribution of learning materials, yung monitoring form natin. Kaya importante po yung mga monitoring form sa pag-distribute ng module. So Brigada Eskwela, kung nagkaroon tayo ng Brigada Eskwela, home visitation, kung meron, others, so specify kung anong ginawa natin para po makuha natin yung magkaroon tayo ng relationship with the parents, kung anong ginagawa natin para sa i-improve ng ating mga anak. And parent-teacher log or proof of other stakeholders meeting, kung meron po nito. Any form of communication to parents, notice, screenshot, or text messages. So learner enrollment survey form signed by the ICT coordinator or for the focal person. So pwede nyo po itong magkaya yung mga LESF nyo, kailangan po yon. And sa 10, ito po yung mga kailangan. So professional development, yung mga certificate natin, yung sa LAC session natin, yung in-service training natin. Sa 11, develop as personal improvement plan. So individual performance in review form. Supporting MOB, reflection of one's practice during LAC session with proof of attendance. Yung ating pong LAC session at ating pong NSET na ginawa. So meron po dyan, pwede natin yun, i-attach po natin yun. Kailangan po may reflection. And sa 12, so yung plus factor natin, yung serve as OIC, so pwede po ito. Presented the principal meetings and conference, represented the principal in meeting and conference. So kasama na po ito. Kung kayo po ay nagiging nagre-represent or representative ng inyong pong principal sa mga conferences, pwede po ito. Observe teaching performance of teachers 1 to 3, assisted the school selection committee for evaluation of credential. So pwede nyo na po itong magamit, yung mga assist, serve in a committee, serve as advisor, serve as coordinator chairperson, authored, contribute to book journal. So marami pa pong iba, serve as module learning material writer. Ngayon po marami itong mga nagsulat ng mga module, serve as validator, coach, and mentored learners in competition. So wala naman competition yan. So ang iba siguro meron. Mentored, pre-service, and service teacher. So yan po ang mga MOBs na kailangan natin para po sa ating pong RPMS. So sa classroom observation, meron din pong guidelines na gagamitin. Ito po yung mayroon pong online observation. So depende na lang po kung ano po yung gamit or ano ba yung magiging settings ng inyo pong raters at ratee, kasi po depende po yun sa ating pong LCP or Learning Continuity Plan, kung ano ba yung ginamit ninyo or mode of delivery natin, kung modular ba, kung online, depende po yun kung ano ang nagamit natin. So observation of a video lesson, kung meron po kayo niyan. Observation of demonstrating teaching via learning action cell, kung meron po yan. And there should be 2 classroom observation for the entire school year. So kailangan dalawa lang po. Submit to classroom observation tool, rating sheets, inter-observe agreement form, as MOB for objectives that require. So 1 sa objectives 1, 5, and 7, and alternate observation. Classroom observation should follow this time frame. So ang ating pong first observation between January to March. So ngayon po January na, meron pa po tayong 2 buwan para po magawa ang unang observation. Sa pangalawa po is between April and May. So dyan po, bahala po kayo magpa-assign kung anong gusto nyong araw. So 2 observation po ang kailangan. At ito naman po yung mga approving authority, kasi po nung isang taon nagkalituhan kung sino yung mag-a-approve sa master teacher at sino yung mag-a-approve sa mga head teacher and sino yung mag-a-approve sa mga teacher na may master teacher. Medyo nagkagulo po. And ngayon po meron na po sa matrix, meron na pong matrix ang guidelines. Simulan po natin dito sa ALS, ay sa head teacher and master teacher na, kasi nasa taas na. Kapag head teacher ka and master teacher, ang inyo pong rater or observer ninyo is the principal or the school head. So, ang master teacher, ang rater niya is principal, and approving authority is the superintendent for the small and medium divisions. For the large, assistant superintendent for the large division. So, kailangan nyo lang malaman kung ang inyo pong division is medium or small and large and very large division. So, yan po ang magiging batayan sa approving authority, kung si superintendent or the assistant. Pag teacher naman po, principal or the school head. Ang approving authority din is superintendent pag small and medium division. Pag large, assistant po. And teacher ulit, master teacher, head teacher, assistant principal. Okay. So dito po, kapag ang teacher po is principal ang school head and wala po kayong master teacher, ang inyo pong approving authority is the superintendent kung small kayo. Pag teacher po na may master teacher, ang magiging nyo pong rater is the master teacher and ang approving authority nyo na lang po is yung principal. Kaya po ng isang taon nagkakalituhan kung sino yung magiging approving authority. So ulitin ko po, kapag teacher na walang master teacher, ang inyo pong approving authority is the superintendent or the assistant. Kapag teacher po at ang school nyo ay may master teacher, ang inyo pong magiging approving authority lamang ay the principal po ninyo. So yan po ang pagkakaiba at kagandahan ng may master teacher. Hindi na po aabot sa division office yung inyo pong approving authority. So sa ALS naman, kapag school-based, ALS implementers, master teacher, and the principal din ang approving authority. And ALS, community learning center-based, education program specialist for ALS, and the chief or the CID chief ang approving authority. So yan po ang pagkakaiba at mga approving authority po sa RPMS. And mostly nagkakalito lang naman po dito sa may master teacher at walang master teacher. So yan po ang basihan po niyan. And yung ating pong rating, so ganun, ito po yon, ganun pa din, 4.5 to 5, outstanding. Or BS, 3.5 to 4.499. So satisfactory is 3.499 below. So yan po ang ating rating ulit. And kung bitin po kayo sa aking pong video, i-click nyo po yung ito pong link na ito sa baba, dyan po sa description. I-click nyo lang po yan, and kailangan po naka-login kayo sa DepEd email po ninyo para ma-access po ninyo yan. So, yan lamang po. Maraming salamat po sa panonood, at huwag pong kalimutan na mag-subscribe sa aking channel para po maging updated kayo sa mga susunod na video na aking gagawin. And pakishare na rin po ito sa lahat na inyo pong kakilalang teacher para po malaman din po nila. Don't forget po to subscribe. At kung sino man po ang gusto magpa-shoutout, comment na lang po kayo sa baba, and gagawin ko po yan sa aking next video.